Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Last night at the Tonight Show, Kendall Jenner.
Oh, I love her.
And Jimmy Fallon. I just can't get over my brain that she's like an adult.
I'm glad she's an adult.
Yeah.
Because it would be weird if we were talking about how hot she is and she wasn't an adult.
I know, but that's the thing. It's like, I can't believe that's the same, like, little girl that was running around while, you know, the Kardashians were being kept up with.
See, I don't know. I don't have no context of what she looked like when she was a kid on that show, because I never watched the show. My wife did, but I would always purposely ignore watching it. So all I really know what Kendall Jenner as is, somebody who's over 20, I think.
Yeah, and who's an attractive woman.
23. All right, yeah.
Yeah, and she's an attractive and very successful woman. I think, is it modeling and makeup and what the hell else is she doing that she's just followed in the footsteps of her mom and just been a dynamo when it comes to making money?
She's a social influencer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's got millions upon millions of Instagram followers.
Yeah.
She probably makes bank off of that alone.
Yeah. Seriously.
Got to give him credit, man. That family just knows how to make money in today's age. Got to give him credit, but it's amazing. Kendall Jenner, 23 years old. She was on with Jimmy Fallon last night, and they started talking about foods that gross them out.
I can't do mayonnaise.
You can't do mayonnaise?
What?
Yeah, I guess that's a normal thing.
Just saying it grosses me out. It's the grossest thing on the face of the earth.
I can't do bananas.
Really?
No.
Bananas are fantastic.
If I smell them, I'll probably throw up.
Really? I'm like that with mayonnaise.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife thinks it's because...
Well, then I'm bringing mayonnaise next time.
I'll bring you bananas.
I bet I'll bring her a banana.
Hey. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Of course.
Wow.
No.
I'm surprised, man. I mean, the bananas I can understand. It depends on my mood when it comes to bananas. So I'm sometimes I love them, and sometimes I'm like, it's making me sick. It's weird with bananas that way.
I get that. If you get a squishy banana, it's about the worst thing ever.
This might be the most healthy thing I've ever said. Do you eat organic bananas or do you go with the regular bananas?
I didn't realize there was that much of a difference.
Oh, there's a noticeable difference in taste. Organic bananas, at first I did not like, but once it's a way better taste.
Really?
Yeah, I've gone back. I've tried to have a regular banana and it's like, oh, what the hell is this crap?
Wow. It's funny. I remember, watching Penn and Teller, and they had that show where they debunked a lot of stuff.
The BS show?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And they really they debunked people being able to tell the difference between organic and regular produce, but you really can.
No, very noticeable.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, and I would have probably been on the same side as them. No, come on, what's the difference? And I one day I had to go to a Starbucks and just get a regular banana. I was like, this is not my banana.
It's not my banana in pajamas.
Dumb fact about Lulu: that's her favorite thing to eat.
Aw.
She loves bananas. It's weird.
Is she bananas for bananas?
She really is.
You know what?
I chop them up for breakfast whenever I make my waffles. I have bananas. I grab a couple of slices. I chop them up into Lulu size, and I feed them bananas. Feed her bananas.
Lulu size.
Yeah. She also likes frozen peas.
Oh, does she? Oh, thanks.
Frozen peas?
I don't understand. I think at one time it fell while my wife was making something, and now anytime my wife is making something that has frozen peas, she freaks the F out. She'd give me some.
Wow. Isn't that interesting? I mean, they do have vegetables and dog food, so it's not surprising.
Frank in accounting loses his mind over popcorn.
Oh, I didn't want this to turn into friggin' what does my animal eat show. I really didn't. That's not what this was about. We were. How do we go from a hot chick to this?
Well, he was talking about feeding bananas to Lulu, and
I understand.
Frank loves popcorn.
Doesn't he love butter too and coconut oil?
Oh yeah, the cats love butter. Cat will lick the butter dish.
Listen, I'm all for improvisational entertainment, but I would like to put the brakes on this conversation.
No. Are you pulling a no and?
Yeah, I'm going to pull a no. It's not yes and, it's yes no.
Come on.
No, I don't want to talk about this. We had a hot chick and a banana, which
Come on.
Come on.
All right, well, what food makes you gross?
What food makes
doesn't
me
need
gross?
food to make him gross.
You know what I mean.
Thanks, buddy.
6:05. Words haven't fully come out of my mouth yet. Is there any food that just
This is
grosses
a
you out?
stellar performance.
Oh, like as if yesterday was much better, or the day before, or the day
Forever.
before.
If you could remember, yeah, you would say that. But what food grosses me out?
Jimmy's got mayo. Kendall doesn't like a banana in her mouth.
Yeah, there's that. I'm trying to. There are certain forms of squash. It depends. Like sometimes squash, I'll projectile vomit, and it was from when I was a little kid.
That's rather excessive. Wow,
I know, but I did that as a kid. My mom gave me some squash. I don't know if it was bad. I don't know what the hell happened to it. It was gross.
Have you had spaghetti squash?
And well, you know what? I can do it now, but every once in a while, it's like a banana. Like I've trained myself. Let me try to have foods that I hated.
Okay,
but every once in a while, that little 7-year-old is like takes over and goes, "This is gross. Don't put it in your mouth." Yeah,
for me it's tempeh.
Right, yeah,
the proper way.
Tempeh.
I'm never going to pronounce it right because it doesn't deserve to be pronounced right. It's the worst.
Hate it that much,
dude. It is the worst because it's cardboard basically.
Oh, okay.
You're eating cardboard. It's something that vegans like.
Yeah, it's another form of fake protein made from, I think it's plant based, but I forget what it's
terrible.
Rev will tell us.
And I'm up for trying anything, and that is the worst.
Yeah, I think it's the texture that gets you, right?
No, it's the taste and the texture.
Oh, if you have it prepared right.
I've had it prepared a million different ways.
Not my wife's way.
Oh, your wife's way.
My wife puts a bowl of that in the refrigerator, and I like it's gone in a day. I know. So I know you can't see it.
I've had it with barbecue sauce on it. I've had it prepared a million different ways.
If you've had it with barbecue sauce on it, then you don't like it because barbecue sauce fixes everything.
Right. Yeah. You can put barbecue sauce on anything, and it's delicious.
You can put barbecue sauce on Danny's arm, and you know what? You probably like it.
True, though.
It says oysters. That's the snot of the sea.
I love oysters so much.
Worst.
What? The worst?
It's
so
bad.
Yeah, they look like giant boogers.
They taste amazing.
But they taste like heaven.
They look like gushy and.
Have you tried one?
I can't. I seriously
Not
cannot.
even with a little Tabasco or some kind of...
No, I took a culinary class in freaking college, and we were learning how to shuck them, and I couldn't put it in my mouth.
I love us as human beings. Here's Steve going, "What's wrong with you? Have you tried one?" And then tempeh is terrible. I'll never try. I mean,
I've tried tempeh.
Well, she's tried the oyster.
Did you not listen?
You never tried one ever?
I had it in my hand, and I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot do this.
Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to a wall.
Well, yeah. Well, there is a wall here. I had one erected.
She point blank said she has not tried it yet.
I
That's
don't
why
listen to Vicky.
I tried tempeh. I have a right to say I don't like it.
That's a good point, Vicky. He has a right to say he hates tempeh.
I can't do it, man.
See, Steve,
It
I'm interested about that tempeh thing because it's made from soy.
I like soy.
I know, and that was like you always talk about how you do enjoy it, and it's just apparently just the way that it's made. You don't like it.
How about one texter says I can't eat cooked fish, but I love sushi. Before my wife turned vegan, she hated salmon when it was cooked, but she loved salmon on a nigiri.
Yeah. Funny enough, I'm the same way.
Isn't that interesting?
Yep. It's a different taste.
And really, the fish is very squishy, Vicky. Hey, Fishy.
Hey, Fishy.
How do you put like that squishy raw fish down your throat and not an oyster?
So I used to hate all fish until I had a boyfriend who loved sushi, and I wanted to go enjoy it with him. And the first time I even had a cucumber roll, I gagged and I almost threw up. So it took a lot of practice. And
So you don't think you could do the same thing with oysters? Because I think they're
I don't want to. I really don't.
What if you had a significant other that liked it? Because it is tasty
and it's an aphrodisiac.
It's delicious.
Oh, like she needs that.
I need that. Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody texted, "I'm with you, BJ. When I was a kid, I projectile vomited after eating squash as well. My wife's grandmother thought I was lying. So when I told them that, when she invited me over for spaghetti, they used squash for the sauce and didn't tell me. And lo and behold, I once again projectile vomited. I did not know squash could have that kind of effect on people.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny. I love squash pie, and I do love squash now for the holidays, but every once in a while that 7-year-old shows up and next thing you know it's like, oh, I can't do it.
I think Danny's probably also like me in the sense that there's not much that you're not going to want to try and eat, but is there anything that you're just, no, I'm not ever eating that again?
There's some sushi I won't do. There's some raw fish I just won't do.
Oh yeah, like octopus.
Yeah, I won't do it.
Eel, even though I think it's delicious, I've had it. It's just the psychological idea of eating eel. I can't do it.
That's like me with I've had lamb and it's delicious, but when I can't go to a Euro place and get lamb. I always get chicken because I'm like, that poor little lamb, but you're delicious.
One of my favorite. That poor little chicken or that poor little cow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're completely right, Steve. For me, the only thing that I don't eat is baked beans.
baked beans?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I hate baked beans. And
Really?
it's because of when I was a kid, I ate too many baked beans and I threw them up. And all baked beans taste exactly the same for me. Like, if they're cheap from the can or they're like the best barbecue place in the world, they all taste the same to me. And I can't do it.
I love baked beans.
Yeah, you'd never survive in the Old West. Danny could never be around the campfire in the Old West because that's all they had.
But I'll still eat barbecue. Like, I love barbecue. I just won't get beans on my plate.
See, I'm really weird about anything like that weird, like wasabi, horseradish, hot mustard.
That's the best.
I love spicy, but I can't do it. It tastes like metal to me.
Really?
One person
like a
says, really, Vicky, all the things you put in your mouth and you draw the line at oysters?
Exactly. That should tell you something.
Next text, I leave the gym at 6:05 and you're talking about food.
Yep.
Yeah, that did happen, didn't it? Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, well. Every once in a while, we were able to hold off for like a half hour, but not today.
Nope.
Yeah.
Somebody says my boss can't stand pancakes.
What?
You might want to rethink where you work.
Can they eat waffles?
I have never heard of anybody that can't stand pancakes. That's a new one on me. I mean, they're delicious. Now, granted, there are better pancakes than others, and the lighter and fluffier you get them, you're just with a master. But even the worst pancake, I just drown in syrup, and it's okay.
See, I'd rather have waffles over pancakes, though.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Oh, God, both of you get out. No, actually, I like waffles.
Oh, I was like, really?
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So this is the breaking point.
I don't know. I just thought I'd want to draw a line. I've got a wall up, Reb. Why don't I got to keep this going.
I guess.
All right. ESPN just put out a tweet that pissed off a lot of Seattle sports fans, including the Seattle Mariners. Steve has the Miggs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Miggs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Miggs Report.
Thanks, guys. Thanks to the Snoqualmie Casino for giving us the Miggs Report. And happy National Singles Awareness Day.
Oh, that's right. Day after V-Day.
Today's the day to celebrate all the single people, the single friends, possibly the people who were dumped yesterday on Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Let it be your day. According to a new survey, 90% of them say they don't like being single.
Oh, okay. Well, that 10%'s really happy then.
Vicky, do you like being single?
It's okay.
It's all right?
Yeah.
Got its ups and downs?
Yeah.
Más o menos?
Más o menos.
All right, how about that?
You know Spanish.
Look at you, Mr. Spanish.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, I think one guy won Valentine's Day, and it kind of pisses me off, as if we didn't need another reason to hate Kanye West.
Okay.
Did you hear what Kanye did?
I did not hear what he did.
I mean, it just must be nice to have money. His Valentine's gift to Kim Kardashian was Kenny G.
What?
I mean, literally, Kenny G. He had Kenny G at his place playing that damn saxophone clarinet thing that Kenny G likes to play.
Come on.
Here's some audio of it. And he's like there in front of a bunch of single roses that are each in their own vase or vase.
Wow.
What does that cost you? How much money do you give Kenny G to pull that off?
Dude, I know. That they are so rich. Because Kenny G's a guy.
Right, I mean, hey, you got your Kenny G tickets. That'd be cool. Hey, I got you this sweet lovemaking mix with the sweet sounds of Kenny G. All right, awesome. No, I have Kenny G here at our house.
Hey, BT Dubs.
What's that?
He has all the money in the world, right?
Yeah.
What does he give her for flowers?
A bunch of roses.
Thank you.
But different colors.
Oh, my gosh. You are so stupid.
I said that yesterday. I sometimes mix it up and just do all the bouquet of roses, and that's it, with different colors
But
sometimes.
look how creative that is. That's not a bunch of roses in one little stack. They're a single rose in their own vase all around the entire room.
I
with
know.
Kenny G. Did you have Kenny G performing with your roses?
Well, listen, man, I'm not Kenny G money. I got the roses. I just still got the Kenny G.
Did you see my picture?
No, you put a picture up?
Well, I put it up. It's on Lulu, the Warrior Princess's Instagram page. And please, if you could follow her, she's almost to 3,000 followers. That'd be pretty awesome.
Did you give Valentine's to her?
No, but I took the picture of the roses with all the other flowers, and there's Lulu waiting for Mom.
It really looks like you're giving the flowers to Lulu.
Well, I mean, she deserves flowers as well. She is my Valentine.
And Lulu's looking at you going, dude, I don't know if you know this, but a couple of treats would have been better. Where's my cut up banana? Okay, and that's what I want for Valentine's
And even
Day.
people were writing. The Goose even said, look at all those pretty flowers mixed in with the roses, BJ. Way better than just roses, BJ, from Heath and Lord, 18.
Sorry, man.
Lindsay even says, I see the special arrangement, Steve. These going back to your argument with BJ.
Kanye has proven us all that Rose is the only way to go.
Kanye didn't have Lulu.
No, he did not.
No. Kanye sucks.
That's why I like Kanye.
I mean, what next level? How do you ever top that?
I know, dude. Seriously, Kenny G. I don't know if I'm Kenny G how I feel about it. I probably like all the money he gave me, but it's like, I'm pretty much like...
I would do it in a heartbeat if I'm Kenny G.
Yeah. I want to feel like I'm too big to be playing anybody's Valentine.
Dude, I'm sure the amount of money he was given, he's like, you want me to do what?
Yeah.
For that kind of money?
Wow.
Do you think he gets to stay there while they get a little... Rande?
Would that be like part of the deal? You're like, look, I know you're going to pay me $10 million, but I've got to be able to watch you guys get it on.
No, I'm thinking, though, how much money is it going to take for him to be willing to endure watching that? Because, I mean, if I'm, that music's putting her in the mood.
Dude, I'd pay to watch those two. I mean, they're attractive people.
Yeah, he's more attractive than that Ray J video I saw. So
that's a good point.
Hey, let's talk about something that ESPN Sports Center put out as a tweet yesterday.
All right.
That pissed off all of Seattle and all the sports fans, including the Seattle Mariners, and had nothing to do with baseball. Oh. They put out a tweet, and I hate when they do this, and they've done this before, and I honestly think they're just trolling Seattle and trying to just hurt the Seattle Supersonics fans out there.
Oh, what did they do?
They put a tweet with a picture of Russell Westbrook, and it says, Russell Westbrook is now the Thunder Sonics all-time points leader. And it was a picture of Russell Westbrook. He's got over 1,208 points. That tops Gary Payton and Kevin Durant. Also shouldn't be on that list as well because a lot of his points were with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
But the part that even pisses me off more is if you look at the picture closely, there's, of course, a picture of Russell Westbrook rocking his Thunder jersey, but then they even did a picture of him with a Sonics jersey on.
Why did
Russell Westbrook never played with the Sonics.
No, he never ever played with the Sonics. Why would they do that?
Because technically... all the records still belong with the Thunder because they own, it's still kind of with the Sonics.
I think that I
think it's stupid.
I hate that so much.
And they've done this before where they'll share stories like, oh yeah, and over his career, and it shows stats with the Sonics as well. And you're like, no. In fact, that's what the Seattle Mariners wrote. They just replied to that tweet by just writing, no.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. No.
Other people tweeting out there, bring back Sonics, that Twitter page that's all about bringing back the Seattle Supersonics. They said, you're going to take a lot of heat for this, and yet you keep doing it. Here's a solution. The NBA expands and relocates a team to Seattle, and we never have to have this argument ever again. Cool? Cool.
Yeah, why I don't know why the NBA can't just fix this and go, look, the Sonics history is the Sonics history, and the Thunder history is the Thunder history. The NBA could fix that at least to just shut everybody up. And ESPN, go F yourselves.
Mike Gastineau, our buddy, the Gas Man, he says there's no such team. The Thunder Sonics do not exist. Please correct. But then you get some people that are just fans, right? Just straight up. And some of their responses were great. Like Murphy, the Murphinator. He wrote, go F yourselves, not the Sonics.
Yeah. Hey, how about Murphinator and I agree?
Big Red, nope, y'all are morons. And then Ryan Priest, my favorite. Your tweet is bad and you should feel bad.
Yeah, and the fact that they put him in a Sonics uniform, the NBA has to know that this was a horrific situation that should never have happened, as they were ripped away from us. Come on, ESPN, you have Seattle sports fans. You even have a station in town. What a dumbass thing to do.
Stop connecting the history of the Sonics with the Thunder.
Yeah, don't.
It's a simple solution.
Yeah. And there is no history. They're two different cities, two different cultures, and it was not a happy transition, to say the least. You don't see them do that with the Ravens. They don't say, oh, by the way, there's still some Colts records at the Ravens. They don't do that.
Not that I know of. I don't really pay attention to that, but you're probably right.
And
I'm sure Thunder fans don't really need or care about the fact that there's a history with the Sonics. I don't think they're going to be heartbroken if you're like, I can't believe you haven't included some of the Sonics history with our history.
See, it makes sense with Indianapolis because the Colts stayed the Colts. It would be stupid if they go, well, the Ravens get some of the Colts records now because it's a Baltimore team. It's like, no, it's totally, come on.
This is stupid.
It's a different name. Come on, that means they're a different team.
Hey, a valuable lesson. If you're committing a crime, maybe you shouldn't call the cops for trivial stuff.
Okay.
This guy in Arkansas, he called the cops because he locked both sets of his keys in his car. His regular set and his backup set, which I think is odd you're calling the cops. I would call, AAA or your insurance.
Yeah.
There's people out there that could come and take care of that aren't cops. The reason why I bring it up is that, well, when they helped him get his door open, they noticed 3 compressed bags of marijuana in his backseat that were sitting out in plain view.
Oh, this guy's a genius.
Well, now he has been arrested with possession of marijuana and intent to deliver because he had all that stuff. It clearly wasn't just for himself.
Yeah, he was a businessman.
But on the good side, he got his door open.
Well, yeah, the cops are very helpful. I mean, they'll open your door if they want to arrest you.
As far as weather, 45 degrees and cloudy. Thank you, King 5, for the Migs Report, and screw you, Sports Center.
Yeah, dude. That's just, you're right, dude. They're just trolling. I hate that.
It's so dumb.
Yeah. I do. It's disrespectful, and and I'm still pissed at the NBA. I mean, there's part of me that wants nothing to do with that league for allowing that ridiculousness to happen with Clay Bennett, and it's also why I'm sorry, Howard Schultz. I'll never vote for you. I don't care what your policies are. I hate what you were part of, and you can never apologize enough for allowing this BS to happen.
Quick correction: the Ravens used to be the Browns, not the Colts. BJ, getting a bunch of texts.
No, what I'm saying is that the Ravens are in Baltimore, and if you said, now we have a team in Baltimore, we're going to take some of the Colts' old records because they used to be the Baltimore Colts, it would be just as stupid to go because there's a team in Baltimore. It's like, look, the team has the same name, they get the record, they get all the records. If they don't have the same name, then no, you're brand new, start fresh.
Yeah, and the logic of them being like, well, it's originally was that team before it was moved is just stupid. I mean, nobody here in Seattle has any love for the Thunder because it was once the Sonics, and nobody that's a fan of the Thunder probably even gives a crap about Seattle because they don't view it as being the former Sonics.
I don't know of any other team in any other sport that actually has done that. If you keep the same name, okay, it makes sense. Whether you're, whatever, the Utah Jazz or the New Orleans Jazz, you're the Jazz, I get it. You've always been the same name team. That makes sense. But if you change your name, then you're a different team.
You would think.
Yeah, I mean, the Texas Rangers used to be the Washington Senators, and as far as I know, the Rangers don't have any records that they keep from the Senators. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but it's just, you got a different name. You're a whole different thing.
That's a good point. Same as the Avalanche and the Quebec Nordiques, Steve. Not the same team anymore. Yeah, I always hated when they were trying to use some of the stats from players that were on the Quebec Nordiques then when they moved to the Colorado Avalanche. I'm just like, no, man, it's not. You're just flipping off the old city, really, when you do stuff like that.
Don't even bother with that. Whereas, of course, the L.A. Rams, St. Louis Rams, L.A. Rams, that history is the same because it's the same team, same uniforms. That makes sense to me.
I do like that, the bring back the Supersonics Twitter. Just give us a new team, and we could all forget about all this and remove any kind of confusion.
Yeah, that is going to be very, very interesting. Because let me ask you this. If we get a basketball team and they tell us we can't call it the Sonics because they're saying it's part of the Thunder's history, which is what they're saying, right?
I thought part of the agreement was when the team was moved is that when Seattle gets a new team, hopefully one day, they get to keep all the history.
Well, then why are they even doing this, ESPN? If they know that was part of the agreement, then, I mean, there's a little homework done by ESPN. You're just idiots at that point.
Or it's just like to troll Seattle.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want the sports network that's supposed to be legitimate to troll anybody. I want them to just give me accurate sports stuff. That's.
And if I'm like Gary Payton, I'm like, no, he's not.
No.
Screw you. He doesn't have any records.
Not at all.
Never played a single game as a Sonic, and you're trying to associate him with the Sonics?
Yeah, that's disrespectful. That sucks. Steve, I got some good news for you, though.
Yes.
Tesla has just unveiled a new feature called Dog Mode in their vehicles.
Dog mode.
That will allow drivers to set the cabin temperature to keep dogs comfortable while alone inside the car.
Oh, okay. I was like, dogs can't drive.
Not yet.
Well, you know what? We've seen videos of people behind the wheel of a Tesla, and they're not even driving.
Oh, that's a good point.
Arguably, you could put your dog in a self-driving car and let it go where it's going to go.
And what, put the paws on the steering wheel?
Yeah.
Just for funsies?
That would be so fun to see. And they're like, is that John? Yeah, okay.
I'm sure somebody is going to turn that into some kind of a viral video at some point.
Yeah.
This is pretty awesome because obviously that's a big problem with some people, and I understand why. In the hot summer days, when someone leaves their dog in the car, or even in the super cold winter, they leave the dog in the car with barely the window cracked open, and it's unbearably hot in there, and it's awful that you do that to a dog, even if you're going in somewhere for like 5-10 minutes. That's try putting yourself in the car without any air conditioning in the super hot weather for 5 to 10 minutes. They've shown videos of players or like a football player doing that, and he's just like, no, I would never do that to my dog after experiencing that.
Yeah, I know. People just don't understand. It's unbearable in there. And this is a cool feature because, of course, the Teslas have those large iPad-sized screens, and inside it shows the temperature of the car inside, as well as my owner will be back soon. So if you look in and go, my God, there's a dog in there,
right?
You'll see the big screen, you'll see the temperature, you'll see that the dog dog looks cool, and you'll be like, oh, and of course, because it's an electric car, it can keep that temperature the way it is.
That's awesome.
And obviously, because it's dog mode, I guess nobody will be able to get in and try to start it.
That's it's funny when you see those pictures some people post on social media where during the summer the dog's in the car and there's a big note that says, please don't break the window to let my dog out. The air conditioning is on and he's listening to Rush. Everything is fine.
That's awesome.
We do that in the summer because of course you want frozen yogurt, Menchie's. It's summertime. It's the perfect time to enjoy that.
Of course.
But we'll sometimes have Lulu in the car with us, but we want to grab it and bring it home. We just don't feel right leaving her in the car with, by herself. So I always bring my extra key, leave the car running, lock the doors, leave the car running, and have air conditioning on full blast. So that way we could just run in real quick, get the Menchies, and run back out.
You guys should totally get one of the baby Bjorn and just kind of put Lulu in there and put a blanket over and just pretend she's a baby.
Genius.
I might have an extra one.
Can we borrow it?
Yes.
I wonder if my wife will be okay with me doing that.
She totally will be.
Come on, yeah, you sure can.
That'd be way more fun than keeping the car running.
Yeah,
And
that'd
say
be awesome.
yes.
Yeah, that too. Screw
Can I see your baby? Oh no, she's shy.
Yeah, she's a shy little baby. She bites.
She just fell asleep.
That would be funny if someone tries to touch her and she just goes full on Lulu mode.
Oh, yeah, dude. There's no way she's going to be able to keep quiet if you do that. There's no way.
Did your baby just growl at me? Yes.
It's
a feral baby.
It's time for a bottle.
Yeah, she's special.
She's teething.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
Gauchos are cowboys who hail from which South American country?
Mexico.
No.
Oh. South America. I don't know. Peru.
No.
San Diego.
No.
San Diego, very close to Gaucho country. Actually, Argentina. That was the answer we're looking for. You want a shot at beating Steve? All right, here it is. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I can't afford to pay my bills, how am I going to afford attorneys and bankruptcy fees?
One of the things people ask me all the time as a bankruptcy lawyer is that how am I going to pay all these fees and costs because I'm here because I can't afford to pay my bills? And of course we understand that. I mean, being in the bankruptcy field. But one of the things to remember is that if you decide, once you make the decision to file bankruptcy, you can stop paying on all of the creditors that are going to be included in the bankruptcy, and those are the funds that you can use that you have been paying your creditors to pay your attorney fees and court costs to get your case filed. And once your case is filed, you're not going to have most of those payments anymore.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.